Hi everyone and welcome back to Age of Empires 4. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Holy Roman Empire tech tree. They're considered a 2-star difficulty. This is mainly I think because of their use of the religious unit, the Prelate, to affect their economy, and it takes a little bit of balancing to get that right. They are strong with their infantry, most of all. They also have a very strong religious leaning and obviously very good defense, and we'll talk about that with some of the upgrades. Prelates enhance the economy of the Holy Roman Empire, while powerful infantry units form the core of its military. Enemies must face an opponent able to rapidly recover from attacks and field strong counterattacks. An important thing to note here is when it comes to the military, their infantry is impressively strong. The reality is that I found them very good in team games where they can focus on that infantry, while an ally who is good with cavalry or obviously ranged archery units can focus on those and then support each other in an attack or defense. They have the Army of the Empire, upgrade infantry with impactful technology and field the sturdy man-at-arms earlier than other civilizations. You get access to that in the Feudal Age. Religious zeal, extract additional gold from relics and inspire units with prelates produced from the town centre. We'll talk about that more as we get to them. Buildings constructed within the influence of a town centre or keep gain emergency repairs ability, which can be activated to repair the building. This is a repair ability which repairs for, I believe, 250 HP per second over 20 seconds. That is a massive repair bonus. If you hit that, and remember to hit it, it's an activatable ability, do not forget it's there, you can stave off losing a keep during an attack. Their civilization bonuses in general are prelates, available in the Dark Age from the town centre. You get the early man-at-arms available in the Feudal Age, obviously not quite as early as the British, or English in this case. Garrison relics inside outposts, keeps and towers to improve their sight range, weapon range, armour and damage. Lots of bonuses for relics for these guys. Docks can garrison relics, increasing attack speed of all ships by 5% per relic to a maximum of 25%. So a maximum of 5 relics in docks, but that is a huge bonus to attack speed if you have all 5. Cost of emplacements on outposts, wall towers and keeps are reduced by 25%. Unique units. Prelates provide holy inspiration to villagers, making them work 40% faster for 30 seconds. These are available in the Dark Age from your town centre. You're going to want to get these out early, especially at least one. I found that building one very early and using them to boost my villagers who are on gold is actually slightly faster to get to the Feudal Age than not building one. So well worth building. That 40% is a huge bonus, and it's not like they do one at a time. This lasts for 30 seconds, the casting takes a second or two, and they just go around doing it to everyone within their range. So a massive bonus, don't underestimate that. And you also get the Landsknecht, which is a light infantry with a large two-handed sword capable of doing significant area of effect damage. Please note they are light infantry, they are not heavily armoured, they do die fairly easily. Let's have a look at the actual tech tree. First we have the town centre with your usual villager scout and textiles upgrade. Then you also get the Prelate. This is a support unit with no combat capability. It automatically inspires villagers to greatly improve their gather rate. It can pick up relics, convert enemy units, and capture sacred sites starting in the Castle Age. Those it cannot do before the Castle Age. It is limited to the same rules as other monks or religious units. You get your house as usual. You get your mill with the usual upgrades. There is nothing special here. The same with the lumber camp and mining camp. We've been over that several times. I won't go into it in detail. You obviously get your farm with no bonuses or reduction in cost. The barracks is where we start to see things differently. First you get the spearmen as usual in the Dark Age. Then you get your early man-at-arms in the Feudal Age, unlike a lot of civs which don't get them till the Castle Age. So you're getting some early heavy infantry, not as early as the English. Then in the Castle Age you get access to your Landsknecht, which is basically a land knight in a way. These carry a two-handed sword, which does a massive amount of AoE damage with the swing. However, they are quite weak units, so be careful with them. You get some unique upgrades here. First you get heavy maces. Men-at-arms can wield maces, increasing their bonus damage against heavy targets by +6. Again, we are talking about small numbers that make a huge difference in Age of Empires. This is a very good technology at a very reasonable price. So you can give your man-at-arms a mace with their shield, or you can then also upgrade your infantry to two-handed weapons, namely the men-at-arms. They will wield a large two-handed weapon, be that a sword if you haven't done the mace upgrade, or indeed a heavy mace if you do that upgrade first. So you have a two-handed heavy mace which adds +6, and then you increase their damage by an additional +2 to all targets by wielding a two-handed weapon. The final upgrade here is Riveted Chainmail, which increases melee armor of spearmen by +3. So it's not just your swordsmen that are getting bonuses here, you get this unique technology to improve your spearmen as well. Then you have the dock. As usual in the Dark Age, the fishing and transport ship. Then you get your trade ship and galley, which is your archery ship. Then you get your hulk and your demolition ship, your hulk being the ballista ship in the Castle Age, and then your carrack, which is your broadside cannon ship in the Imperial Age. Technologies wise, you're getting your usual fishing upgrades. You get a special fire stations upgrade which increases the repair rate of docks by 100%, so you're going to be able to repair your ships pretty quickly. You get your navigator lookout as usual, additional sails, armoured hulls, extra ballista, chaser cannons and explosives. Nothing else special there. Obviously, bear in mind that you can put relics in these docks and improve all of your ship's attack speed. It's not just ones built at that dock, it is all ships in the game that you control. Then you get your Palisade walls, your Palisade gate and your outpost. Nothing particularly special here, just to note that you do get a discount on all of these upgrades. So you get arrow slits option, springald emplacement or cannon emplacement and your fortification of the outpost. Then you have the Dark Age Landmarks. The first is the Minewerk Palace. This is basically a blacksmith where technology costs 25% less. Something to note in the blacksmith for the Holy Roman Empire is they also get marching drills, which is a unique technology that increases the movement speed of infantry by 10%. Well worth doing if you are this faction, because at the end of the day you are relying on your melee infantry to keep up with the enemy. So well worth doing. The other is the Aachen Chapel. It inspires units in a large radius as long as there is a prelate garrisoned. This is something that is beneficial early if all of your resource gathering is taking place in a small area, in my opinion. If you're spread out at the start because of how the resources are spawned, there's a limit to how beneficial this might be. It really depends on your playstyle. For me, I think this has massive bonuses if you can get it in a position where it will cover enough of your villages. I think that's well worth doing because that's a massive 40% bonus to all villages within the radius. Have a look at it yourself in game. Then we go up to the Feudal Age where we get access to the town centre. Nothing special listed here. I will note that for some reason the Prelate is not listed. I'm surprised. This was not correct in the beta and it's still not correct now. I need to drop them a little message about these mistakes. Then we get access to the market, which has our trader as usual, nothing special there. Obviously the blacksmith we've kind of already discussed. It gets all the usual upgrades with the additional marching drills technology. And again, that's that 10% movement speed bonus for infantry. We get our battering ram and siege tower if you have done the relevant blacksmith upgrade. And then we get our archery range. Unfortunately, nothing special here for the Holy Roman Empire. You get your archer in the Feudal Age, then your crossbowman in the Castle Age, and then your hand cannoneer in the Imperial Age. Moving on to the stable. Again, unfortunately for the Holy Roman Empire, because their focus is melee infantry, there is nothing special here either. You get your horseman and scout in Feudal Age, your veteran horseman and knight in the Castle Age, and obviously you can upgrade to elite horsemen and elite knights in the Imperial Age, but nothing special at all here. You get access to your stone wall gate and stone wall tower. Then moving on to our Feudal Age landmarks. The first is the Regnitz Cathedral. Relics placed within the Regnitz Cathedral generate 200% gold every minute and it holds a maximum of 3 relics. Certainly a massive bonus in terms of gold. The other option is the Burgrave Palace. Acts as a barracks that produces infantry 5 at a time. Now, when I first built this in the beta, I was hoping that you built this and it cost a lot less to build 5 infantry. Unfortunately, it literally acts exactly the same as building 5 barracks. Simple as that. The units cost the same. So basically, although it says here it's 100 food, 20 gold, when you actually build them in-game, it will cost 5 times that. So it'll be 500 and 100. Then we move on to the Castle Age, where you get your keep. Your spring-old emplacement is available straight away, your boiling oil upgrade, then cannon emplacement is available in the Imperial Age. We get a couple of unique technologies here. The first in the Castle Age is stone and slate construction. All buildings gain +5 fire armor. And then in the Imperial Age you get reinforced defenses, which increases the health of walls, towers and gates by 40%. Again, they are a defensive faction, these upgrades are well worth doing. Let's be honest, you're going to be turtling a little bit with this faction, I think, a lot of the time. Then you get access to your Monastery, where you can build your Prelate. You get your herbal medicine as usual. Then you get some unique technologies. Benediction, which improves villagers' construction rate by 15%. This again is inspired villagers, so you're going to need them near your villages, but very beneficial for things like landmarks, and obviously if you're going for a wonder victory. Then you get devoutness, where inspired villagers gather resources another 10% faster. I'm not sure if that stacks to make it 50%, I have not done that calculation, but even if it's just 10% on top of what they've already got rather than 50% up on the original, that's a nice bonus. I imagine it's probably 50% in total at that point. You also can have Inspired Warriors upgrade, where Prelates can inspire military units, improving their armor by 1 and damage by 15%. Obviously, the issue being here that this is not AoE unless they are in range of the earlier landmark. You get your usual Piety and Tithe Barns upgrades. Next, we're talking about the Siege Workshop. Unfortunately, there is nothing special here for the Holy Roman Empire. You get your usual Springald, Mangonel, Counterweight Trebuchet, Bombard and Culverin. You get your increased axles, your roller shutter triggers, adjustable crossbars and Siegeworks technologies. But other than that, nothing special there. Moving on to the Castle Age Landmarks. The first is the Palace of Swabia. Acts as a town centre, produces villagers 75% faster and 75% cheaper. That is a massive bonus. Let's be honest, it's around these ages, depending on the gameplay, that you're going to be expanding. This is well worth doing, because not only does it act as a town centre and produce villages like that, it also costs 20% less to upgrade to the Imperial Age through this landmark. Firstly, you're getting a 20% discount. Secondly, you're getting ability to expand your base. And you're getting a way to expand that means that you produce villages 75% faster and 75% cheaper. Why would you not build this? This is massive for a boom. Definitely worth building. And again, we have an error in the technology tree. All of the stuff is appearing like it does for the town centre in the Dark Age. And again, that was the same in the beta. They really need to fix that. Then the other option is the Elsbach Palace. It acts as a keep with 50% health. All buildings within its influence take 33% less damage. This for me is something you'd be building on the front lines as a forward base, perhaps with all of your production buildings around it within its influence to get that bonus. For me, I'd probably be building the Palace of Swabia because I would want that boom. But everyone's different. It might be that you're in a game where this is more beneficial. You get a Springald emplacement, your cannon emplacement, boiling oil, your reinforced defences and slate and stone construction. Nothing really different from a normal keep. Then moving on to the Imperial Age, you get your university building, which unfortunately again for the Holy Roman Empire means there is nothing special here. It's just chemistry, geometry, biology, incendiary arrows, court architects and elite army tactics. Nothing special there at all. I will note that you can increase the health of all your infantry and their damage by 10% by doing the elite army tactics, which is particularly important for the Holy Roman Empire. I don't always specifically go through these, but in this case I just wanted to point that one out. And then your Great Palace of Flensburg is your unique wonder for the Holy Roman Empire. I also wanted to mention a hidden bonus which isn't actually mentioned in the tech tree anywhere. The villages of the Holy Roman Empire carry 40% more resources than the other civilizations. So that means you carry 14 instead of 10 without doing any upgrades. Bear that in mind. Well, that is the end of the Holy Roman Empire tech tree. A side that are very, very powerful with its infantry, its melee infantry in particular. However, it should be noted that it's a side where I feel it is better in a team game because of that strength. Either way, thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel for more Age of Empires 4 content as well as other games. And I'll see you all soon for another video.